Hello, welcome to Comfortable Shoes Studio. I'm Leslie, and this is a first look intro product review thing. Um, as much as I'm not a huge fan of acrylic paint markers, I really like them for sketching out and about, and we use them a lot at work. So kids love them. Some of them I really like. I don't know if I did a first look or product review of this one. I don't remember what brand it is, but these are great for a couple of reasons. It's got a nice flexy tip, and they blend. So those are awesome. So these popped up on Amazon, and they have a soft brush tip, 24 colors. It was affordable, and I decided to spring for it. They did not list all of the surfaces in the ad for on Amazon for these. So they make some bold claims here. You can use them on a tire, boxes, paper, goblets, shoes, steaming bowls, cups. Those look like coffee cups or some sort of cup. Castle walls, boards, and the world. Uh, but the whole point of my getting them is for their soft, flexible brush head, and yeah. So we're gonna open these up. So these are they are in a box like that, which I'm just gonna throw that away, and then they are in two plastic trays. These colors, so the colors in the tray make no sense at all. I think I'm going to group them together. So let's see, let's put the pinks together. I'm assuming that because that was close to the purple, it might be close to purple. Dark purple there. Yeah, these trays don't make any sense. We've got another purple, blue purple. We've got a blurple there. We've got blue, light blue. Let's see. Actually, we've got two more pinky colors. So, in terms of like doing any sort of drawings of things, this set so far, just like the layout of the colors, is a little on the disappointing side. Just saying that the colors here don't make a whole lot of sense. As I'm going to put the white doesn't belong there. Yeah. I guess I'll put the red there because that's kind of the closest. I don't know if these caps are actually going to match up. So black, white, gray, and is that like, looks like that's a blue gray or like a lighter gray. All right, so I don't really know which direction do I go here. All right, we're gonna do greens and then yellow. Well, I guess that's kind of a green. Okay. The layout here does not make a whole heck of a lot of sense. But the colors don't make a whole lot of sense either. All right. We're going to go with that. And now we're going to swatch them out. So it's missing like a bold blue, and it's a weird combination of colors for sure. I'm going to be swatching directly into my Everything Everywhere journal, and yeah, I'm gonna do it right on this page with some ink smushed on it from the previous page. And I do have a nice delicious cup of coffee here. Delicious. All right, let's get to swatching and testing out these tips. All right, so it's a pretty basic looking marker. Cap feels pretty basic. You know, I really need to do something here with my desk. Maybe this weekend I should sit down and actually clean it off. I haven't had time. Well, I had a. Okay, that's not a bold, bright red at all. It doesn't match the cap. It's kind of a pastel. The tip will do a nice fine line. I'm not sure you can see. My hand's probably in the way, as well as like a pretty thick line. Feels pretty responsive. All right, so that's the red. That does not match the cap at all. So this is already not looking good. This one actually is much closer. I think there's a lot of filler in these. I'm going to go ahead and assume that these are not light fast. However, I will say that, okay, this is more of a tan. So this is beige. This is a beige color. The fiber tip on this is pretty aggressive. So actually, I'm going to set that aside because that beige should go with the brown, in my opinion. This is a nice peach, white people peach color. The combination of that pink and that peach would be good for skin tones for white folks. Okay, this is a good salmon color. So this is the first time I've used these. So where it's sitting, the color has separated a little bit. There's like some orange that was seeping to the tip of this. That's a good dark pink. Again, if you're doing like a white person skin, if you were doing a portrait, right, that's another good pink. Actually, I would, in terms of like coloration, put that closer to that red. And actually, that works pretty well. Let's see how this one looks. The cool thing here is actually that these are pretty opaque. I'm liking how opaque they are. Because there's that black, it's going over the top of it, and that is India ink, so it is waterproof. This purple is a nice violet shade. So let's see if this one's substantially darker, and it is. That's a nice blue purple. It's a good color. Let's see if this one belongs between the two of them. So this is a very light shade of blue. It's kind of a periwinkle. That's good. All right, let's see. That's a nice bright, sort of a cyan color. That's nice. This one's a slightly lighter shade of this blue. Yeah, as it dries, it does darken up a little bit, that blue. The question here is what should go next. I don't know. I'm going to start with the yellow and work my way back down. Actually, I'm gonna assume this is going to be. Actually, it's a pretty good seafoam color. And then I wonder if this one's going to be the next. So again, there was a little bit of color separation. So that would be the next color. And the question is this one or that one, the next? Ooh, that's a nice olive. But again, there's a little bit of color separation. and that is a good teal. I'm going to put that. See, I don't know. All right, let's look at this cream. Okay, so that's a good cream color. That's a good highlight color. And here's this yellow ochre, again, another good highlight color. So that cream is a good highlight color for any skin tone. This would be a good highlight color for people with a darker skin tone. Actually, I'm going to go this beige, then that, then that. All right, that's a nice chocolate color. More like a coffee with cream, I think. Yeah, the values in this set are a little off. All right, let's look at these grays. Oh, that's a nice gray. It's a nice mid-tone. And then, all right, so this actually belongs up here with those blues. It is a gray, but it is a blue gray, and it is blue enough that I think it belongs with the blues. Like it's a good shadow color. Yeah. All right, let's see the black. Black is nice. And the white, let's see how the white is not very opaque. It's pretty see-through. If you press down, you do get some extra paint coming out. So let's see. So if you press down, it's much more opaque. Let's see how it is over, we'll do the purple. So if you press down, you get good coverage. If you're light and quick with it, it's okay. It is, so these are lifting. Purple didn't lift, but the black definitely lifted up into that white. Okay. First thoughts are kind of matte. The color palette is not great. The brush tips are actually pretty nice. They actually remind me of these, the Overseas brush pens that I really like these tips. The tips are very similar in terms of how they feel. These are fatter. So let's see, can I get, that's the line with that. Let's see the line with this. This will make a much, I think this is just that much more flexible. It's a little longer. And so they're about the same size, I think. I don't know. My first thought is meh. I'm gonna do some more testing with them. I'm gonna do some drawing with them. I'll definitely do a light-skinned portrait with them. And I might try a darker skin tone in here. But I don't have high hopes for this. My use for this, a set like this, is similar to my use case for a set of markers like this. The quick sketching that I'm doing when I'm waiting for the train, doing some really quick cars and trucks, stuff like that. I'm not doing like finished artwork with these. I'm certainly not. I don't think these would survive well on a wall. Let's see actually how waterproof they are. I've got a water brush right here. Let's make sure there's a lot of paint in that. I've been doing a lot of paintings. All right. Let's see. Let's see if we can. So it does appear. Oh, it's lifting a little bit. But I can't. I think that's just lifting off the. Let's try one that's been dry for a minute longer. Let's do this pink up here. Yeah, they do lift a little bit. They're not, definitely not washable. But the surface is lifting. I can see it coming off the paper. So these are not, I wouldn't put these on anything that, any surface that you're intending to get wet or anything like that. Any of these super cheap paint markers, they're not going to survive in the weather. You know, these are, in my opinion, paint markers you would buy a kid who's experimenting with paint markers or who wants to test out a paint marker, or maybe if you're looking for a paint marker to use in a journal. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend this set. I don't, just the color palette doesn't have enough value range. Like if we turn this all to black and white, yeah, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that have like a significant darkness to them. You know, the black, the gray, these two greens, the purple, and then the red, and maybe this red purple are dark enough to be like your shadows and whatnot. Everything else is kind of a pastel or a highlight color even. Like just there's not enough midtones here to give you good value range in a drawing. So I think like if I were using these to sketch, I'd probably grab like the gray or the blue gray as my midtone. And then I would probably do the cream, yellow, or like the pink or white as my highlight color. And then I would do probably like the teal as my shadow. Yeah, there's just not enough range here to give you a good option for sketching. I mean, yeah, I'm going to use these. I'm going to use a crap out of them. But they're just kind of mid so far. All right, so what I will do is I will record myself doing some sort of sketch with these, and I'll tell you more about them during that or after that. So anyway, thanks, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.